Hello, my little munchkins, crones, and sunflowers. How are you on this Tuesday night? I hope you had a good day. I hope your week so far is going good as we approach Hump Day. Tonight, I'm going to be reading on Tia Mallory. It is alleged that she wants to go back with her husband. I don't know if they are going together. I don't know. Thank you, baby clone. I don't know what's going on. So let's get started. Honestly, I am forcing myself to be here. Thank you, baby clone, for encouraging me to do this.
You're welcome.
Because I don't like to be backed up on the work, and there are so many videos that we have to put out a week. And if I miss a day, that throws baby Crone off as well.
Yeah.
Baby Crone, don't sit up here and tell me that now you're hot.
Yeah,
Baby Crone, I'm not fooling with you right now. I'm not. She was just freezing. I'm done. When she unzipped it, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
So anyway, with Tia Mallory, let's see. Tia, we see, what is that? That is Saturn. I couldn't even get it out. This is Saturn, and this is Sagittarius. How is Saturn and Sagittarius work, you think? That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't think they work too well.
How is that?
Because Sagittarius is all about free will, and Saturn restricts you.
What I see here, because of it, I think this is in that Sagittarius Saturn moment, because I do see the struggle. And I see the struggle is working towards home, or working towards a place that is home. And since this is about Tia Mallory, what's her sign? And her husband. Since this is about Tia Mallory, I just think that, isn't her name Tia Mallory? Mm-hmm. I think that this is a struggle. I think she's been struggling without him. I think it's been a struggle without Corey. What's her husband's name? Corey.
Could have been Corey.
She's a
Cancer.
She's a Cancer. So yes, I think that from where I understand, they broke up because she felt as though he wasn't putting enough money towards the house. And but now allegedly she wants him back, right? So I definitely see a struggle with her. I really, really do. And with him, I see a fighting. And I don't know if that's fighting. I think differences.
Yeah, they both have Saturn though.
Saturn. So at least they are compatible. And this right there is Leo. I should know Leo all the time. But Saturn. So they both under Saturn. So their marriage is going through that Saturn moment. Mm-hmm. Where the lesson is to be taught. The problem with them is I see that Sagittarius, I see twins. I see here, when I think about Geminis, what do you think about when you think about Geminis?
I think about how, like you said, twins.
That's what I'm thinking. They're a lot alike.
Yeah, or like polar opposites really too, because one could be one way and one could be another way, and they're both our water signs. Corey's a Scorpio.
You know what? I didn't even know that, or if I did, I didn't remember it, because here I see two fiery. However, one is pushing and the other one is working to build. This card could be taken as one working to destruction, but I think he's working to build. I think that he will entertain the idea. I think that if they were to get back together, I think that he would entertain the idea because, I think she learned the lesson. I don't know if they're back together. Could you see? I don't know if they're back together, but I do know that if she's still open, I think he's open too. Their foundation is a lot of fire between them, a lot of energy, a lot of sexual energy. There's a lot going on with them. Oh, come on now. This is the Chariot. So I see the Chariot is, if they're going to get back together, then they're going to have to let the past be in the past, because I see the Chariot here, and above them, I see nothing but fire.
No, I haven't found anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't even see them back together. But if there was a moment, it would take a struggle with her because this is something that she wants. And for him, it would take a fight. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. This would be him, and that would be her.
Yeah.
Even though they are compatible because they're fire and they got a lot of energy, I just don't see them getting back together without a lot of talk, struggle. And maybe at the time when she did divorce, or maybe it was the right thing to do. I see their children. So I think it's a struggle. It's up in the air. Maybe they talk, but I don't know if she's going back with him. So is Tia Mowry going back to Corey? The devil says, it just seems like right now, I don't know if she wants to, maybe it was a moment.
Yeah, it could have been temptation.
Could have been temptation. Thank you, baby. Could go ahead and finish that. I like what you were saying.
I was going to say, to go along those lines, maybe she was tempted with the idea of, oh, I miss him.
Right.
I want him back. I miss what we had.
Absolutely.
But you know what? Like they say, you left for a reason, right?
You left for a reason. And because of whatever that burden was, you dropped it. And even though, to me, I don't know if I would just leave a man. If he's good to me, I don't know if I would leave him because he don't pay money. It's just that if you start being tight, I'm going to be tight too. That means as long as you pay what you have to pay and I pay what I have to pay, we cool. So I don't know what it is, because I do know Corey ain't broke. He is a working actor.
Mm-hmm.
But here I see the fire. All I see is a lot of fire energy. So I definitely see a lot of creativity with them. I really, really do. I see a lot of creativity. I see a lot of creativity. But either way, I see judgment. Baby Crone, you want to take it?
Could you pass me judgment?
Oh,
thank you. I see that talking about their marriage in general, even though this question was related to Tia, this marriage is on its judgment in a sense, like maybe Tia or maybe even he, they both could be equally judging their relationship and maybe trying to figure out, should they move forward or just, let things just be the way they were in the past and just move forward on their separate ways, like they said.
I don't know. I just know, I don't know. I think it was just the moment that she probably wanted him, because I see a lot of fire energy here.
Yeah, for water signs, they are very fiery.
Very fiery.
Maybe that was the problem in their relationship.
And maybe that's the problem in their relationship. They were very creative people because they both were actors. Very creative. I definitely see why they could have been, because I think she felt stifled, maybe because of the money. However, and maybe Corey probably was working a lot. I don't know the ins and outs, but I do see a lot of fire in their relationship. The sex, it seemed like the sex was good. I think that they've known each other for a long time as they were young. And I think maybe, and to a degree, they just grew out of each other. They just grew apart, maybe,
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I also see that there was coming down with finances. And I do think that could have been a problem in their marriage, where he wasn't pulling his end and maybe it got too hard. I really don't know. But from the cards say, that's what it looks like. I also see that she's very strong and very independent. And I think that had a lot to do with something too. I think she could be a little alpha male. And I think that could have came alpha female. And I think that too played a part in their relationship. I think that she could have been very harsh or hard on Corey as well. And Corey could have been very,
oh my God.
What?
More fire.
More fire. All I see is fire.
Ridiculous at this point.
It's so much fire. But now I see a cup. And I see if they had more water, because they're water signs, I think that they was, with all of by them being water signs, I think that the fire was evaporating the water. And you need all elements pretty much to flow, to grow. And because they both are water signs, I think that the bickering, the disagreements, and the things that they went through. I don't know if he was coming home, but I know he traveled. I mean, I know he was in movies a lot, gone a lot. I mean, I think that he didn't want it to end, but I think she did. And it was for money. And I can see how she could want him back at one point. But once she got over it, because it's been a year now, right? It's got to have been a year or almost a year they've been divorced. And I don't think they're living together. They could be. Let's see. Are they living together? I see cups. Maybe it's something they talk about.
They've been divorced for a year.
See? Maybe I see the cup. I think maybe it's something they may talk about because the water is being restored. So maybe they had a conversation or maybe they talked about it. What do you think? Because I know he sees her because of the children.
Yeah, you're right. What I did notice, though, is we had the King of Wands.
Take it, the King of Wands.
And the Queen of Wands.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. And the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands.
Well, I can't see. Oh, okay. It was with all that dark red.
Yes. And then Page of Wands.
No, that's okay. Go ahead, baby.
No, I'm laughing because I'm just like, we have the whole family here. We have the Page, Knight, King, and Queen.
Absolutely.
The whole empire.
Absolutely.
You know what? Pass me that
emperor.
And we need that emperor for this empire. There we go. Now we got it all together. This is what I'm seeing over here in their family. They are a fiery couple. They have a lot of energy with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe more energy than emotion in that sense, going back to the fact that they were lacking water.
Definitely dehydrated. Dehydration killed their marriage.
It did. And they were too strong in their figures,
Two strong individuals.
Yes.
They just seemed like they couldn't pull together. I don't want to read it. Go ahead, baby.
Oh, no, that's pretty much it. I just wanted the audience to see how we had the whole family of wands on here, and that we're literally.
And then you have this victory.
You can have your Page of Wands back.
So you have victory, but I definitely see a lot of fire. So a lot of fire. I mean, it comes on with the opposite. He fought. He tried to get her back. She didn't want it. She moved on. She forged on and got the divorce. So, so go ahead.
Yes. Could they? How are the kids in this situation?
Well, I think that they keep the kids hidden, and I think they shower the kids with a lot of love because this is a cup of what is it? A 9. This is the 9 of Cups. So I definitely see how that they. I don't think that they. I think they shower the kids with love, and I think he showers the kids with love. It's clear that he loves his kids. Because she never said he was a bad dad or anything. That's true. I think they love the kids. I think the oldest boy, he may understand, but the baby girl, she's still young. But I guess when daddy's not around. But the love is there, definitely, because represent emotions. And I see a lady sitting there with her arm crossed as if I'm content. I got a lot of stuff going on, but in front of me, which is my kids, everything is okay. They are well-balanced kids, as much as kids to be expected.
Yes.
You have another question?
Yes, my next question will be, hold up, wow, I just lost that quickly.
So my question is, so they're not together. Do they talk? Do they communicate? How is their communication now that they are separated? I see the lovers. I see that they communicate. I think he still loves her. I think that she still have a love in her heart for him. But is love enough? Sometimes love is not enough. I mean, if someone divorced me and I didn't want it, would it be enough? I don't know. I don't see that it is enough. What do you think?
Yeah, especially because the Devil and the Lovers is out.
Right. So yeah, again, now I'm seeing cups. Now that they are apart, I do think that they cut. I mean, I do think that they communicate. I don't know if they are back together. I don't think so. But if they are, it would be surprising on one hand, but not on the other. It would not surprise me if they got back together. But it would really depend on Corey, because after a year, he could have moved on and found someone else. He's very, very attractive. And by her having the children, I don't know. Maybe she's dating. It just seems like to me, Tia would be kind of funny
Okay.
to please. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
Funny to please. Not like she's a funny person like that, but funny to please at this point. She's been married for many years, and I think I see the 7 of Cups. So I think that she's just floating around, and I think she's out in the world. I think it was just an adjustment period.
Okay.
I think, yeah, I just think, she's a queen. She's on top of things. It's not, the world isn't what she thought it would be. So she's out there. But I don't think at the time, I think she really thought that it would be easy.
Okay.
And I think a lot of times when people divorce, especially females, a lot of times when they divorce, they think that the grass is green on the other side. And then when they get to the other side, it's a struggle. And being single and a single life, it's a struggle. What do you say, baby Crone?
Yes, most definitely.
It's not easy being single. I mean, I don't know what it's like in Hollywood, and I don't know what it's like being famous because of the cliques and the groups and all that you know. So you could probably be more ready to meet people. But in the real world, unless you hanging out, going to clubs, doing stuff like that, and even if you go to a club, who wants to find you a Mr. Right
in a club?
I mean, I'm not saying a club is a bad thing.
No, just means you both are partiers, or maybe he's a partier, they
right,
partier.
Right. And so when you get a certain age, you know what I mean? Or you find your man on happy hour at a bar, or, that's fine. But then you could just get the impression that maybe they like that. I mean, or maybe they could be going to
just to meet somebody,
to meet someone like you are. But to be hanging out in a club at her age, how old is she?
Let me see.
I think she's got to be. I'm thinking 45.
Yes.
She's 45?
Yeah, she's 45.
Yeah, 45. What is a 45 in a club hanging out with a 25 or a 30, 32? I mean, the clubs are for the 20s and the 30s. It's for anyone to go. Trust me. But I think it's what kind of club you're going through.
That is true.
But most of the times when you go in the clubs, you're going to have a good time, A, B, but you're going because you want to meet someone, or you're just hanging out with your friends.
Yes.
But when you get a certain age, like 40, 45, I don't know if you want to find your man in a club. And because of that, unless you know people, and she know many that could hook her up with people, it's not easy out here. It really isn't. So I definitely see that right now she's out here. She's adjusting. Her head is on straight. She sees things different. She's grown up a lot. But as far as her and Corey, if they are together, it has not been advertised. I do not see them together, but I know that he see his children, and I know they have to talk, but I don't know if they going to get back together. And if they do, it's not now.
Okay.
Either they are together and keeping it a secret. Put that out there. But as far as the cause, I see a lot of friction, but the friction between them is because they both are very creative people. And he worked, she worked, but she was feeling bound in that relationship, and bound to the point that she wanted out. And I can't imagine how he felt and how she felt. And now she's out. Yes, she does have a regret that she didn't stick it out, but all is for the best, I guess, at the end of the day. What do you think, baby Crone?
Yeah, that's one way to see it.
I think all is the best, I mean, maybe he's gone on. If he have another female in his life, should he drop her and go back?
No.
See, that's what I'm saying. So these are the things that I'm thinking about. But right now, what I see in this reading, for whatever reason, what broke them up was finances. And he is going to be who he is. They were together for so very long. You know, if it was up to me, it's easy for me to say, you know, I wouldn't have left him because he wasn't pulling his end of finances. It wouldn't have been that for me. However, who knows, you know, because at the end of the day, they had a prenup. She walks away with pretty much everything.
Okay.
And that's it. I don't see anything that's saying that they are together, but I definitely see why they broke up.
Mm-hmm.
I think that by them being by them being in all of this fire, I think that they were clashing. Go ahead, baby Crone.
Yes. I had remembered my question. So before we close out, I was wondering, how does Tia's sister feel about Tia talking to her ex?
I think Tia, probably her sister Tamira. I think Tamira probably felt like it was a disaster. You feel as though that you are unhappy, then you have to do what you have to do. And I think that Tia would have supported her sister no matter what. Do Tia think? I just think that it was the disaster moment, what was going on with Tia and Corey. And I think that it just had to come to an abrupt end. But I think her sister's saying, you know, you got to do what you got to do to make you happy. And if Corey isn't the one, then he isn't the one. And I think that Tamira will be the type of sister that I got your back any way you go.
Okay.
That's what I see. Whether I like him, whether I don't, it's irrelevant. It's about your happiness.
Yes.
And I think she made that decision. And I think she made that decision in a fiery place. Mm-hmm. You know, being angry 1 minute too long, overcooked, and just made a drastic decision and getting a divorce, you know. Yeah. But once it's done, it's done. And once you divorce, it's not going to be easy to get it back together again, because I'm sure that hurt Corey to his heart. And with that being said, that's my read on Tamira, right?
No, Tia
and Corey.
Yes.
I think that they had a lot of fire. I think that she felt that his life and him was a burden. She let him go. This is what the cards are saying. This is him. This is her. Mm-hmm. And this is the problem. She felt bound. She felt it was just too much. And she let him go. When she let him go, after a while, she missed him, which is normal for some.
Yep, got back in her feelings.
Had a moment of buyer's remorse. She wanted the world. She had a buyer's remorse. Now that she's out there, I think she's adjusting. So, and that's all I have. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you for joining us. Sunflowers.